What's up YouTube? My name is Eric and welcome to All Profitability, where we discuss everything to help scale up. Thank you for 57 subscribers. I'm obsessed with 53, but thank you so much for 57 subscribers. And if you are returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new subscriber, thank you so much. And thank you, and you are welcome to this community of traders that is being created over here. So without further ado, I wanna go straight to my dashboard. It's been a good week, the last week of the month, and we've made some profits. So we had two trades. One trade from USDJPY, which hit our take profit, and another trade from KJPY, which hit our break even. So apart from that, I'm going to head over to my good funded trader dashboard, because good funded trader is the platform that I'm using currently, because I got a discount and I decided to take the challenge. And by the way, if I just show you my journal and I don't show you the execution on the good funded trader, you might as well argue that I did not take those trades. So as you remember from this video that I did last week on the update, I was floating at about negative 5.5%, but I made 3% this week, and that's why this challenge is reflecting here. I mean, this balance is reflecting here negative about 1.5% or about 3% due to some commissions and some slippages on the KJPY pair, because I used some little stop loss, which I'm still testing, because from my previous video I told you guys that I'm using or I'm embarking to back testing to try and refine this strategy to get more quality setups and to reduce the losses. So part of me reducing my losses is looking for the most optimum risk, or depending on the market conditions, because market conditions change now and then, and you try as much as you can to adapt. So that's what I had. And from this dashboard, you can see that I started this challenge about 2 months ago. So it's been 2 months, but I haven't passed even phase 1 because of some slow months. Like March was a slow month for me, April was also a slow month. At least for me, we've closed at break even, which means that I did not make any money. So it's been 3 months since I started this challenge, and I haven't made any money from this account. That's why I advise you to have diversified sources of income. Trading be just there as the main source of income, so that you can lock in and try and get better, because using trading, forex trading, you can be able to scale up your capital as fast as many other people do. So I'm going to head over to my FX replay chart so that I can be able to show you my thought process while executing these two trades. And because I use the same entry model for KJPY and for USDJPY, I'm going to break down the USDJPY trade, because USDJPY is one of the primary market that I trade. So without further ado, let's get back into the charts. So this trade on USDJPY was executed on Monday 25th May 2026. So I'm going to go to that date. So it's the same day, and as you can see, what you can see from this projection is that the market is kinda in a simple consolidation. But you might argue that the market swept liquidity from this point on the upside. Maybe I told you guys that I use several concepts to get my entry. So that was the second sweep of liquidity. But at first, the market on Wednesday swept liquidity to the downside. After sweeping that liquidity, the next day it swept liquidity upside, and on Friday it closed bullish. And as you might argue, let's go to the 15 minutes time frame. Allow me to rate this one. So basically, on USD I've been my bias have been bullish, even if I've been taking some several sales, but primarily the JPY pairs market are very bullish, and I'm still expecting the bullish momentum to kick in. We might have several retracement because the market has reached what do you call this, a psychological level of 160, and as you can see, most of it, when it reaches that point, it reverses. So you might as well argue that we are going to have some small pullbacks, but for this market on Monday, it was still very early for it to have those crazy pullbacks. So on that day, I started my trading at around 6 a.m. So I'm going to fast forward this candle to 6 a.m. Let me take my mark and mark 6 a.m. 6 a.m. It's somewhere around that point. Actually, the charts, it's around 6 a.m. So what I do is that I mark my small zones on the 15 minutes time frame or the 1 hour time frame, and see where price might start the move. And by the way, I also make sure that the pullback on the 15 minutes is about 40 pips or more, and for this case the market opened with a very big gap to the downside, which was about 40 pips. Yep, 40 pips plus. So I was ready to take a setup from this point if I see one. So let's fast forward the candles to see whether we are going to get an entry pattern. By the way, what I look for USD/JPY, I want a 40 pip pullback, and then I want a W pattern, something like that, and then bullish candle that closed bullish in the 15 minutes time frame, and then wait for 1 hour candle to close bullish, and then I'm going to set my limit order at this part of the neckline. So let's fast forward this candle and see what we have. So at that point I can see that we closed bullish, and I can spot a W pattern, which is this. See, I use the body of the candle, so we have some sells here, and then buys which closed above the neckline. So let me see at what time was this. It was around 7 a.m. so let's go and check whether the previous one was bullish. So as you can see, the previous one was very bullish. So this setup, I had taken it from this point because I want to execute at that point. So that setup, I should have taken it at that point. As you can see, I believe my journal, that's what I did. Yeah, you can clearly see that that's where I executed that setup. So and set my, after setting my limit order, or my, you can argue that I executed the setup immediately. So use a 15 pips stop loss. Is about that point. Okay, and I take profit of about 45 pips. So one is our risk reward of 1:3, taking quite some time. So oops, not very good. So let's set the parameters to be at exactly 45 pips. This 45 ticks or 50 ticks. So let me fast forward from that point. I'm going to use the 1 hour time frame so that I can move faster. So fast forward those candles. It did fire because we had a bank holiday, but eventually we hit our take profit on that, on the following day, and that's how this day trading ended. I don't have much in this video. I'm just going to edit at that point, and I hope you've learned something. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Peace out there.